So I'm hoping that those are some of the things that you would want to hear about tonight, like how you could have that energy or how you could feel better. Maybe you struggle to go to sleep at night. So, maybe you'll hear some of that while we talk. Is there a need for plexus? Gosh, if you look around when you're out, you will see that there is a need for plexus. 8 out of 10 Americans are overweight. Diabetes, I never knew that diabetes would be the #1 killer by the year 2030. And that's scary to think about. High cholesterol, I know that runs in my family. That and diabetes runs in my family. So that was one of the things that really got me started on these products, is because A, I was tired of battling with my weight, but B, these things run in my family, and I don't want to struggle with those things. Chronic pain. So many people live with pain. Arthritis, neuropathy. Autoimmune diseases are huge. People with MS, fibromyalgia, even like Lyme disease is not an autoimmune disease, but we see a lot of people with Lyme disease that actually have results from using our products. So just so many things that these products can touch on, and it's not even about the weight loss. It kind of takes your focus off of the weight loss and more on the overall health issues. So we're going to let you hear from a few people that have tried Plexus and what it has done for them. Our first guest is going to be Miko, and I need to find her so I can unmute her so she can share with you guys.
I can do that for you if you would.
Okay. I think.
I got it.
Okay. Hey, Miko. Miko is an ambassador, and she has had incredible results. Just look at her pictures. Holy cow. So Miko is going to share a little bit of her Plexus story with you guys.
Can everybody hear me?
We can.
Okay, great. I'm glad to be here. The more I share my story, I think about the last time I did, the more comfortable I get with sharing parts of it that I've never really been comfortable with sharing with other people before. And it's really because I've heard so many testimonies that resonate with my own story, my own life, that I've just kind of been inspired to think outside of myself, because I know there are other people out there that would benefit. So my journey actually began before I started taking Plexus products in February of this year. My sponsor was Julie So Patterson. I stalked/watched her for about 9 months, and she really encouraged me to try the products out and so forth, and I was very skeptical. And finally, after reaching my highest weight in December of 2014, I felt really horrible inside. I didn't like the way I felt, and I wanted to feel better physically, mentally, and emotionally. I was that single mom that felt guilty for constantly having to tell my daughter I'm too tired to do anything, and also because I couldn't afford it. It was the money. And so with the help of my family, and sometimes having to go to payday loan companies, that was how I got through, paycheck to paycheck. And I was just tired of being broke and tired and unhealthy. And I felt like, you know what, if I could take care of one thing, at least feeling healthy again, will at least help me feel better. And so in February, I started off at 205 pounds and 40 inches, and I set out to get down to 180. And I was able to accomplish that by my 5th month with Plexus. And I felt incredible, because not only had I lost the weight, but I began not long after that just releasing limitations I set on my body, and I felt incredible with, just seeing how much more I pushed myself. And so not only that, I was no longer exhausted and worn out. My daughter had her mom back. My students, they had a much more energized teacher. And financially, starting to gain financial freedom, and my daughter is seeing that, and she's seeing an example of, just examples of ways that I'm setting goals for myself, and it's not just benefiting me, but obviously it's benefiting our family. And she's always been proud of me, and she's always been very motivating, but she is clearly the reason why I do this. So I'm hoping that my story can inspire someone, not just for the financial side of it, but also for health reasons too.
Thank you, Mika. That's awesome. Like, your story reminds me so much of my story. You become the no mom to the yes mom. Like, it's always, no, I'm too tired, or no, we can't afford that, to yes, I would love to play with you, or yes, let's stay up late and watch a movie. So I can totally relate to that story, and it's so awesome. What products do you use, Miko?
So I currently actually have been taking Accelerator and Slim, and occasionally Block, but I've just started to ease in BioCleanse and probiotic. So I'm going to start with the triplex combo.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Very
fabulous.
good.
Thank you so much for sharing your story. There are so many of us I know that as moms that often feel overwhelmed and no energy, and that afternoon crash that you have right when the kids get home from school, and you want to be the mom that can be there and happy and help with the homework and so forth. So thank you so much, and your story is amazing, and I'm so happy for you that you have accomplished what you have, and you have so many more goals that you've set for yourself now. So thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
All right, next up we have Jessica Overby.
Jessica?
Hello.
We can hear you.
Hey there. Like she said, my name is Jessica Overby. I'm also a teacher. I started Plexus to lose weight. I've always been big, and I wanted to just feel better in roller coasters and water parks and things like that were important to my family and fun for all of us to do. April was my first month, and I started out with the triplex, and I could tell right away it was like the first 2-3 days was like a breath of fresh air, more energy, which I wasn't expecting to feel because I'm very high energy to begin with, but it was so much more easier for me to put forth the effort that I'd always put forth in my day with my students and stuff like that. 3 days in, I noticed that my sugar cravings were gone because I went to drink a diet sun drop with my 100-calorie bag of popcorn, and it was disgusting, and so I threw it in the trash can. 7 days after that, I went back to look at all my Facebook posts, and I noticed 7 days is when I noticed my clothes fitting better, which may be something that the people on the 7-day challenge have noticed too. It wasn't something that people could notice quite yet, but I could tell that there was more room in my clothes. I started craving water that first month. I always liked water, but I never drank near enough, and I was able to control my portions because I was losing weight at a rapid pace, and people would ask me, are you changing what you're doing? And I said, of course I am. It was a great tool to help me do that. I knew if I kept always doing what I had been doing that I would always get the same results, so I had to change that, and it helped me do that without the pain of thinking I was on a diet. In May, the second month I added the accelerator, I had already lost around 20 pounds at that point. So I started seeing the health benefits really come. Better sleep, better mood. My leg cramps were gone. I usually used to have leg cramps 5 out of the 7 nights of a week. And those leg cramps are gone. I don't know what happened, but I realize now it's probiotic. Heel spurs, gone. And I just started listening to my body. I quit eating when I'm full. My thyroid doctor has decreased my medicine by 75 micrograms. And my blood work came back. I used to have elevated triglycerides, and now they are completely low normal range. Since then, I have lost 15 more pounds, and 12 inches was where I was at like in June. But since June, I've lost 7 more pounds, 4 more inches. Food choices are crazy now. I'm not a vegetable eater ever. And then one day I woke up like mid-August and I was craving lettuce and decided that I was going to eat a salad. And I have been eating salads ever since. And my family looks at me and their jaws just drop because they just do not see me eat vegetables. And now I love my salad. So it's a trip around here. Other than triplex and accelerator, I have tried the block, and I like the block, and the X Factor is like my new best friend. So
Right. That is awesome. Gosh, that is a great story. I used to be a Diet Sun Drop drinker too. A lot of people don't know about Diet Sun Drop because it's only in certain areas. But it's true. Like you think you want that and you go to get it and you're like, oh, it's not really not that good anymore. It changes.
No.
Cool
Right.
story.
Yeah, and what I love is how you say that you kind of accidentally change your eating habits, because you don't crave what you used to crave, and you don't eat as much as you used to eat. And that's what I tell people all the time when they're like, is this a meal replacement? Do I have to change what I do as far as my diet? And I say, no, you don't. And you don't, but once you start taking our products, you accidentally do, because that was me. I was a huge snacker, and I just cut out the snacks, and the late night snacks. That's when I snacked. When the kids got in bed, I sat down on the couch and I was like, yes, time for ice cream and chips and all that fun stuff. So yeah, that's great. I mean, that happens to everyone just about. So thank you so much. And you look fabulous. And I'm excited to see, I know you're continuing on your journey. So I'm excited to see how it goes from this point out.
You look so much younger. Like, like you look so young. It's crazy. I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, great job. Thank you for sharing that.
All right, next up is Letha.
All right,
Hi,
everyone. Hi.
I want to thank Haley and Melissa first for asking me to do this. It's such an honor to be asked to do this. Plexus has been such a blessing in my life that I enjoy telling people about it. I started Plexus as a customer in January of 2014, and I joined as started as a preferred customer because I knew it wasn't going to work. I thought this is not going to work. I wanted to lose some weight, and I wanted to make sure that I had an opportunity to get my money back. Lo and behold, I never did get my money back, and I'm glad I didn't. I joined Plexus in March of 2014 with no intentions whatsoever of selling. I had no plan at all. I'm a paralegal. I loved my job, had no intentions of making extra money, and needed it, but didn't really want to work this kind of stuff. I've never done it before, and I thought I can't do this anyway, so I'm just going to take the products. Lo and behold, a couple weeks after I joined, I decided, okay, I'm going to start posting just to see how it goes. And within the first month, from that point forward, I started getting customers, and I have not had to pay for my products since then. Not a single month. Every month, I've made enough money to cover the total cost of my products, and now. I'm paying my mortgage payment, I'm paying a vehicle payment, and covering my products. So I'm really glad I started posting. Health-wise, I have lost a total of 26 pounds. I'm off of my hormone replacement medication, which is a big deal for me because I had been on it for quite a while. And I was starting to worry about the long-term side effects of the hormone replacement medications. And so was my husband. So I'm really glad I was able to get off of that. I'm also off of my antidepressant medication. And I know this is probably TMI, but I actually do have daily bowel movements now, which I never did in the past. I was lucky if I went like twice a week, and now it's like awesome. Now that probably sounds gross, but hey. I no longer feel bloated all the time. I used to be addicted to coffee. I never was a soda drinker, but I was a huge coffee drinker. I mean, if I didn't have 5 or 6 cups of coffee every morning, I would have major, put me to bed, give me a nap, headaches in the afternoons. And I would always crash at 3 o'clock. And I very seldom drink coffee anymore, and I don't even have the headaches, which that's big for me too, because I know coffee is not really good for you. Especially when you load it down with artificial sweeteners like Splenda, which is what I did. I've not been sick at all. I take the triplex, which includes the Probio 5, and also take the X Factor. And usually every year I at least get a little cold or the sniffles or something. And I have not, I swear, since I started taking the products, I've not had even the sniffles, which is incredible to me. They really build your immune system up. And I have lots of energy now. I have a new grandbaby that just turned 7 months old. Everybody's talking about keeping up with their kids. Well, I have a little 7-month-old to keep up with sometimes now, and he's a handful. I had him all weekend almost, and he was a handful. But I have no doubt now that when he does get up and start really moving, Grandma's going to be able to keep up with him, and I'm happy about that.
That's awesome, Letha. Thank you for sharing all
You're
that
welcome.
with us. So, yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying about the having the energy and stuff. I have little nephews, so I used to never want them to spend the night because I didn't want to get up with them, but now I'm okay with it. I feel good. So, thank you for hearing that story.
Yeah, and I love. First of all, I love that picture because it's the same shirt, and just look at the difference. Like, how crazy is that? But I feel you with the whole not having to pay for your product since day one, basically. And that was me. Like, I had no intentions of really working in this as a business. My husband and I both wanted to try the product. So of course I signed up as an ambassador to get the best deal and to make commission on just what we were buying. You know, it was enough to get the discount and make commission. So, you know, and then it just took off from there. And I've never had to pay for my products either, which is great because I didn't really want to spend any money on this to begin with. I didn't realize the value of what we had at the beginning.
Right.
So, you know, it was not something that was a big priority to me at the time. But thank you so much for sharing that.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. So you heard just about everybody talked about the Triplex combo. That's our Slim, our probiotic, and our Bio Cleanse. And then you heard, I think everybody mentioned the X Factor vitamin as well. We posted a video on the group page about the Triplex combo, but I just wanted to touch on that again because that is the product that is about your overall health. I think we all get into this rut of we want to lose 10 pounds, we want to lose 20 pounds. And that's great, but if we're not addressing what's going on the inside, then all that's going to come back. Temporary quick fix is just a temporary fix. You may drop 20 pounds, but if you don't deal with what's going on the inside, then it's always going to be a battle. And if you've always done diets and you've always struggled with the weight, it's because you're just not healthy. And that's what the Triplex combo does. The Slim is the once a day drink that you all love. And I'm sure most of you have already placed your order for your 30-day supply. And then it comes with the probiotic, which is taken right at bedtime. And what that does is it helps get rid of all that yeast overgrowth that's in your intestines that causes you to crave those sweets and those salty things, that causes you to have those sicknesses. It's like 80% of your immune system is based on your gut health. And so the probiotic addresses that. It also is really cool. It has grapeseed extract in it, which is a natural anti-inflammatory. So when we talk to people that have fibromyalgia or suffer from migraines, they see relief because of the grapeseed extract in the probiotic. And then we heard I think it was Jessica that said she had the leg cramps. The magnesium in the Bio Cleanse is what actually addresses that restless leg syndrome. I used to have it, not as bad as she did, but I would get it. It's so annoying. But the Bio Cleanse, it has a lot of benefits. And we hear the word cleanse and we're like, oh my gosh, I'm scared to take a cleanse. But it's not like that at all. It's just a gentle cleanse that keeps your intestinal tract clean, but it also helps keep your arteries cleansed. Also helps with collagen production, which is why we see so many people look so much younger when they're using these products, in addition to the water that we drink. The collagen production that is provided by the Bio Cleanse is another benefit. And then the X Factor is an amazing multivitamin. If you guys are taking a multivitamin from your drugstore, you are probably wasting about half of your money, because if you are going to the bathroom and your urine smells like vitamins or looks like a bright color, then that's because your body's not actually absorbing the vitamins. The X Factor vitamin has aloe, which increases the absorption of the nutrients. So your body actually absorbs what's in your vitamin. I take it with my Slim, so it helps absorb my Slim too. I'm getting double my money's worth by taking my X Factor with my Slim. And we have other products as well. And whoever invited you to do this challenge would be more than happy to share information with you. We have a pain relief line that's called Ease. We have shakes, protein shakes that only have 96 calories and 15 grams of protein. If you mix your Slim with that and some coconut milk, that's a belly buster, like a belly fat blaster. I have seen great results with that. I know Haley has as well. So great products. You should try them all. Maybe just do a couple at the time so you can see what you really like and what your body adjusts to and reacts to.
Yes, absolutely. And I just wanted to say, before I tried the Plexus products, I was a huge sugar addict. I didn't realize how bad of a sugar addict I was, but I was a chocoholic. I could eat chocolate 24 hours a day, no matter if I had just gorged myself at a buffet. If there was chocolate, I could eat it. And then, soon after, I found out a little more about gut health, and I found out why I craved that all the time. And I will tell you, as soon as I started the Plexus products, I was amazed, because day one, I had zero cravings for chocolate. And like I said, if you know me, if I could sit there and turn down a candy bar or a chocolate covered anything, you would you would think this stuff is worth its weight in gold, because it completely changed how I snacked, how, what I wanted. And like, I think it was Jessica said, you start wanting vegetables, you start wanting things that you don't normally crave. And then the things that used to taste good don't taste good anymore. And I don't know what that is. People have asked me often, why do my soft drinks stop tasting so good to me? I've seen many, many people that were addicted to diet sodas, 8, 9 a day. And they start the Plexus products and they have no desire for that. And to me, I don't know how much you guys know about diet sodas. I have done a lot of research because my own mom is an addict of diet sodas. And I have tried to convince her how bad they are, but I basically tell her she is pouring poison in her body each and every day. So, it's just good to get rid of that, just to get rid of it, to take it out of your diet and not cause any health issues. And she has a lot of health issues because of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're terrible for you. When you think about them, you're like, oh, why did I even drink those things?
Right.
My vice was salty stuff. I love Cheez-It crackers, but they're so salty now. I can hardly even stand to eat them. So I don't know what it's changed that, but I don't even eat those anymore. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so we get a lot of questions about Plexus, and I know some of you have had questions along the way, so we thought maybe we try to answer a couple of those for you tonight. The first one and the most common one, is it expensive? We're all worried about our finances and where we spend our money. And then the second one is, will it work for me? Because a lot of us have tried so many things without success, so we're skeptical of trying one more thing. So I just want to tell you a little bit about those things. Is it expensive? What are your vices? We've heard about the diet sodas, the coffee, the ice cream, the chocolate. Like, where do you spend your money that you would be willing to sacrifice for just a little bit of time to see what's more important to you? For me, it was fast food. I hate to even admit it, but that was where that was where my money went. If I was going to leave my house, I was going to pull through fast food, and it was normally Chick-fil-A. So think about those vices. What is it that you spend your money on that's probably not good for you anyway? And maybe you could cut that out and see what would happen. Do you spend money on medication? We heard Jessica talk about her thyroid and how she's been able to cut back her medication. I hear this all the time, and I know Haley does as well. People coming off of certain medications with their doctor's approval. Do not stop your medication with your doctor. Right. But, seeing that their blood pressure is now under control, their cholesterol is lowered. My dad is actually, his cholesterol has reduced he is almost off all his cholesterol medication, and he has taken cholesterol medication since as long as I can remember. He's been on Plexus products for about 3 months now. So it's just the little things that tend to add up to be big things. I actually talked to a group of people Saturday, and this one lady there had come off of 15 medications. It was equal to almost $900 a month. And, I think about it, I don't really think about that, because I'm like, gosh, if I invest this money in myself and my health now, then maybe I won't ever get to a point where I need to spend that kind of money on my health. So that's totally something to think about. Even over-the-counter medication, ibuprofen, pop ibuprofen just in case you are going to have an ache and pain. You take that. You don't have to do that most of the time with these products. Gym memberships. I know a lot of people that buy a gym membership with all intentions of going 4 or 5 days a week. And that first week they do go 4 or 5 days a week, and then they drop off and they don't go. If you have a gym membership and go, that is great. But I want you to think about, do you buy that gym membership on January the 1st, and then by January 30th, you're over it because you don't have the energy or the willpower to keep going? That's definitely a place where some money could be wasted. When you do Plexus, you have the energy to go and use that gym membership. And then Haley talked about the extra things like the chocolate. Me, it was the Cheez-Its and the chips. But what about buying the healthy food and throwing it away? Jessica said she craved lettuce. Letha said that she craved the healthy foods now. Same for me. We used to go and buy all the healthy food on Sundays, intending to eat healthy the rest of the week. And then by Wednesday, we were ordering pizza or takeout because we were over eating the healthy food. Now we actually eat the stuff. It's crazy that we actually will have salad for dinner. Who ever thought that that could be a dinner choice instead of pizza? But that's what happens when you use Plexus products.
Right. And, our grocery bill in itself, the first month was lower than normal because we didn't buy all these snack foods.
It really is. Like, people say it costs too much to eat healthy. It doesn't, because if you shop the outside of your grocery, like I've always heard you should shop the outside of your grocery store, like the produce and the
Right.
the frozen vegetables and stuff. So true. When you cut out that processed mess, like you definitely do save money. It really does. Here's what my vice was, the fast food. And fast food is so much more than $5 a day. I need to change that. But, Plexus is less than $3 a day. If you stop and get a soda at the like a convenience store, it's $2 and some change. So for about $2.50 a day, you could use Plexus, pass up on the fast food, take a salad, and there you go. You've saved money. So it's totally worth it. I have to tell you that this was the deal I made with myself when I started Plexus, is that we would not eat fast food for a month to see how much money we could save. I actually saved over $15 with buying my Slim and not doing fast food. So that's how much fast food we were eating. Totally worth it too. So just think about it. Just think about where you spend your money and what's important to you. All right. Well, it worked for me. We've all tried the diets before, right? Haley, have you tried other diets?
Oh, yes. And I was such a skeptic when it came to Plexus. I am probably one of the biggest skeptics you will ever meet. So I did a ton of research before I even tried the products.
Heck yeah. I remember Googling it the first time I saw it on Facebook, and I was like, this girl is crazy. She's going to drink this pink drink and lose weight. I'm never going to fall for that. But here's the thing, is that it has a 60-day money back guarantee. So you really do not have anything to lose, especially this month, because we have free shipping. So that makes it even better. And I can promise you, if you are not happy, they will give you your money back. My previous career is customer service. We have the best customer service that I have ever dealt with. If you get something that you are not happy with, they will give you your money back. So go ahead and give it a try. Seriously. I mean, you really have nothing to lose.
Right.
All right, so we all love Plexus, right? I know everybody does. I've been reading the comments and everybody's been so excited. And, we are very fortunate. Everybody that you heard from tonight is actually a part of the Plexus company. So we have our own websites. We're able to share these products with other people, and they order from our website. And you've heard that we have such a high quality product, all natural products. So easy to use, no messy shakes, no timing when you take the products. You can adjust it to your own schedule. So you have to know that when you become a part of a company like this with such high customer service, high standards, high quality products, that it is very expensive to be a part of that. And I hate to break it to you, but it's a whole $34.95 for an entire year. And I'm telling you guys, I did not believe that. I thought they would charge me that every month, and I couldn't afford for them to charge me every month. So I put in a bogus card as my renewal, because I was afraid. I mean, I really didn't trust it. I was skeptical. I didn't trust that they would only charge me this one time. And so they really didn't charge me again. They didn't charge me again until the next year. So it really is $34.95 for a whole year. You get your own website. You do not have to create that website. They do it for you. So it's very, very easy. I know it sounds too good to be true, but don't let that get to you, because it really is legit. Some people say, I'm not a salesperson, I'm not going to sell anything. And I say that is so good. Like, we do not want people that are salespeople, because salespeople tend to make something sound better than what it is. We don't have to do that, because we have a product that is so good. We do not have to embellish it. We don't have to say that it's better than what it is, because it is that good. And so it's kind of like, you're not a salesperson, but have you ever gone out to eat at a restaurant and you had the best service or the best food, and you would say to your friends later, oh my gosh, I just went to that new Mexican restaurant. It was so good. You need to go try it. And then your friends go, but you don't make any money because they go. You just gave a great referral. That's what this is. I know I have never went and knocked on a stranger's door and asked them to buy products from me. Haley, I'm sure you
No,
have.
and I have never called anyone. And you know what, the greatest thing I've seen, and it happened to me after I had been using the products for a little while, and I see it with all of my new ambassadors, people start asking you, what are you doing? Why are you happy? You don't even have to have lost weight. You're just happier. You have more energy. You're bouncing around the office or, at home or whatever. And they're like, what are you doing? Why do you look like you're glowing? Or why do you look like you've lost weight, or whatever it is? So, basically it sells itself. And people will come to you and ask you what you're doing, because everybody wants a piece of that happy pie. Everybody wants to feel better and look better. And when they find out that this is not something where you have to completely revamp what you're doing, your daily routine, it's very appealing to many, many people.
That, that is true when you said about being happy. When I was at that same meeting on Saturday, there were some spouses there, and they would say, I was like, why is she so happy? What has she done? Right, but it really does. It helps you deal with your family better and your
Right.
children better. I mean, I guess when you feel better, you are just happier. So
Right.
it definitely sells itself. I'm telling you, every bit of my business has been from people seeing me and asking me about it first. Never going to talk to anybody that was a stranger, that just by knocking on their door.
Right. And I'm introverted, so I don't go up to strangers and talk to them on a regular basis. So, it's, you can do it even if you're not a people person. I know Melissa's a people person and has that skill to talk to just anyone. And I struggle with that as an introvert. So, just know if you feel like you're an introvert, or if you're shy, or if you don't really feel comfortable sharing things like this with people, you can still do it too.
Oh, heck, it's hard to keep it a secret too, because
Right.
sometimes I feel like, Melissa, shut up, quit talking about how great you feel, because you're making people jealous. But I just can't help it. So it's so easy to talk about it. And then, I know there are people on this call that are saying, oh, no, I've tried network marketing before. I've tried to sell makeup or candles or bags or whatever, and I didn't have success. And, I get that. My daughter was actually in a different network marketing company before she came onto Plexus. So I know how it works, and I know how sometimes people can be burned by a certain situation and not want to give it another try. But, like we said in the beginning, there is a need for Plexus. People are unhealthy, they're overweight, they're living in pain. So we have the right products at the right time, and you happen to be in the right place because Plexus is in full momentum. I know our teams are growing like crazy. I have to just say, my team actually, and my team's not as big as Haley's team, but my team today, we've added 16 people today. So people are wanting to know about these products, and they're wanting to be a part of sharing and helping their friends and family find better health and just a better opportunity as well. So if you are looking for something else and you've tried everything else, what is one more time? It's $34.95. One more time, this could be your thing. And I really feel like we have the right products at the right time, and you happen to be in the right place to be a part of our team, because you would actually get to work with Haley and I if you're on this team. So
Right. And let me tell you also, if you don't know anything about network marketing, that's fine too. Because I knew absolutely nothing about network marketing, had never tried it, had never been interested in it, was not even something across my radar. And it has been absolutely amazing. And I often say to myself, man, I should have tried this like years ago when I was looking for something. So definitely, don't feel that you're hindered either way.
yeah, I've never done network marketing either. I didn't even know it was network marketing when I signed up. I was like, oh, just let me get the best price, and I'll pay $34.95. I didn't even know what network marketing was when I started.
Right. I just wanted the discount, and I didn't. Yeah.
Right. So this is an average of what a Plexus ambassador makes. This is for last year. So this is kind of the averages of what we made. And if you'll look at the one that says silver ambassador, it's like the fourth one over. That's really our first rank achievement in the business. And it basically means that you get 3 of your friends or family or people that you know, or maybe you don't know them, but they join your Plexus team, and you guys start sharing the products together, and you on average would make about $5,000 a year. That can go up or down just depending on how much product you sell or how many people are on your team. But then the next step of that is a gold ambassador. That is $12,000 a year. Guys, I'm going to ask you to think about, who do you know that could use an extra $1,000 a month? When I started Plexus, an extra $100 a month was life-changing for my family. That meant that extra $100 was an extra trip to the grocery store where we didn't have to worry about what we were putting in our cart. So $12,000 a year is really life-changing for a lot of people. A senior gold ambassador, it just keeps going up, and we're real people. I mean, Haley said I'm a senior ruby ambassador. I'm almost an emerald ambassador though. So that income is $119,000 a year. Who do you know that could use that type of income? If it's not you, who is it? Because I know a lot of people that could use that type of income. And then Haley's at the top of the company. She's a diamond ambassador. You see, she's just a regular person just like us, and she was able to make it to the top of the company. And an average diamond ambassador income is over $400,000 a year. So, it's real money for real people that really want to invest in a business and work a business, and it is what you make of it. I'm not saying that you join and you sit back and put your feet up and the money just pours in. It's not like that, but it is an excellent opportunity, and I wish I would have known about it a long time ago. What about you, Haley? You have anything?
Right. No, absolutely. I'm right there with you. And I hate to even call this a job or work because I enjoy what I do so very much. But I think what really turned me on was that anything that I did was for me. There wasn't a boss or a company I was earning for or working for. Every ounce of energy or every minute I work is for me and my team, to do better and to rank up, or, to reach certain goals, and to reach our friends and family members that really could use these products, could have life changes with these products or with a business opportunity. So it's a little easier to work when it directly impacts you.
We didn't even talk about the trips and stuff. Gosh, we get to go on trips. Haley's been on the big trip. She's been to Hawaii twice.
Yes.
She has the Lexus in the driveway. I can't wait to get mine. But there's so many incentives.
Yeah, you
have to. That's right. We didn't even know each other before this. We actually met on a trip, a Plexus trip, and have become friends through that. So that's another cool thing about the business that doesn't even show in the compensation plan. It's just the relationships that you have, and just the fun that we have. We just came back from DC, last month. It was so much fun. We just had a great time there together as well.
Yeah.
All right, so Plexus pays us 11 different ways. I'm not going to go into all 11 ways, but when you join the team, whoever you join with would be happy to share those 11 different ways with you. I will tell you that you make commission on everything that you sell over $100. So as soon as you start, you buy your product, and then everything over that you make commission on. 15% or 25%, depending on what you sell, what your commissions are, what your sales are. And then you also get bonuses based on what people buy. Then every time you reach a rank advancement, you get a bonus. So that first advancement that I told you about, the silver, where you have 3 people join you, that's a $100 bonus. Every time you reach a rank, you get paid a bonus, which is pretty nice. It's kind of unexpected. I have to tell you, I worked in corporate America for a very long time. I never received those types of bonuses just for helping other people. So it's pretty incredible. And then every time somebody joins your team, you get a bonus. So that's really cool. So as your team grows, like today we had all those people join my team, I kept getting these emails that say, you've got money, you've got money. It's pretty cool that I wasn't even really working today. I was out doing some other stuff and I was still making money. So that's the beauty of network marketing, is that you have leverage and you can use your time and still make money on the side. And then our favorite part is pay points, of course. That's how Plexus lets us be part of the company. What they do is they take half of what Plexus sells for that month, and they divide 45% of that among the ambassadors, and they determine a pay point. And that pay point is on average around $3. It can go less, it can go more, but just in the past year, I've seen it run right around $3. So let's say as a gold ambassador, which is only the second rank, you have to have 100 points. If the points are valued at $3, then you're looking at $300 just from having a team. Those points come from having people join your team. And I'm not going to get into all that because it could be a little confusing on this type of call, but whoever invited you can definitely explain that to you. But I'll tell you, the higher up you get, the more points you get, the more money you make. So for Haley, let's just say she had 6,000 points last month, which is pretty accurate, times $3. You guys can do the math. That's a pretty decent amount of money.
Right. And that's on top of the commission and the business building bonuses. That's on top of every other way we get paid. So it's quite impressive.
It's crazy money. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It blows my mind when I think about it. All right, so what if Plexus could help you financially? What if you could at least get your products paid for? I know that is always our goal when people join our team, is that they at least earn enough commission to have their products paid for, because everybody should use these products. So if you can get them paid for every month, that's just a bonus. But what if you could pay some household bills? Imagine if you were able to help pay your electricity bill, or pay your car insurance, or your cell phone bill. Or if your kids have a field trip coming up and you have to pay a certain amount of money, that you're able to do that without stressing about it. What if you could pay your car payment, your mortgage, God, this is a good one. Take vacations without credit cards. Gasp. That's unheard of, right? I mean, most people take vacations on credit cards. It's just the norm. That's the American way of living, but we don't have to live that way. And
We
then what
didn't, we didn't take vacations because we refused to put them on the credit card. So
not me. We took vacations and maxed out the credit card. That's why I needed Plexus income, because we were in debt. But thankfully, I've been able to pay those stupid decisions off. But I mean, now we can take vacations without using the credit cards. And then what if you could retire or retire your spouse and actually enjoy living life and not just go through the grind of the Monday through Friday work and then come home and just go through the motions. So, what if that could be your story? What if this opportunity helped you do that? Plexus is a legit opportunity. You've heard Haley and I both say we were a little skeptical at first, or we didn't know about network marketing. And so when I started making some money, I started kind of investigating it a little bit more to make sure it was all legal, because that was my next concern. But it's legal. It's legit. Like, we've been in the Success from Home magazine, they did an entire issue on us. We've been ranked 2 years in a row in Inc. 5000. That is huge. Most of the time, private companies are not ranked twice. So we have made it 2 times, which is a really big deal. And Direct Selling News said that Plexus may be the biggest company in direct sales that you've never heard of, but we're trying to change that. And you can just see our growth from 2010 to 2013. That graph in the middle shows that we had over a 16,000% growth in those 3 years. So definitely the right company, right? We're in full momentum, just like I said. This map is just kind of shows you where the top level ambassadors are in the United States. So like, if you look, we'll just say North Carolina, because that's where I am, but there's 4 ambassadors in North Carolina that are emerald and above. I plan to be number 5 or 6. So that's how that works. So look at the opportunity. Like Texas, it says 40, but that is nowhere near saturated. I guarantee you we could all go to Texas together and set up in a Walmart or a Target and ask people if they'd heard of Plexus, and probably 95% of them would say no. It's still a new business, but it's grounded enough that it's not a startup. But we still have so much opportunity. And that is why we call this the opportunity of a lifetime. So I want you to look at this map and think about who you know in these different states. There are some states that have nobody there at the top. Like, who do you know that could do that? How cool would that be to put that number on the map? I would love that. I've thought about moving to one of these states. All right, and you've heard Haley and I talk a little bit about the products and about the opportunity and how Plexus has changed our lives, but we do want to share a little bit more, so I'm going to let Haley take over and share her story. This is her pictures and her husband's pictures, and they look great.
Oh, thank you, Melissa. Yeah, I'll just share really briefly. I know we've been on here a little while, but I just wanted to tell you guys, like I said, I was very skeptical. I was watching my friends on Facebook, and there were about 3 close friends. One was in Texas and 2 were in Oklahoma. They didn't know each other, and I was seeing their pictures on Facebook, and I was seeing them lose their fluff. I would tell my husband, I'm like, it's not like they're losing 40 or 50 pounds, but they're going from looking all like bloated and fluffy to a more lean, healthy person. And I would ask him how they could be scamming us because they didn't know each other. So I reached out to a couple of them, and one of them sent me some great information. I read it over thoroughly several times because, like I said, I wasn't falling for this, right? I took it to my doctor. I called ahead and I told them I had multiple issues I needed to speak with her about, and I needed at least 30 minutes of her time. Wouldn't give them any more information over the phone. So they thought it was pretty serious. But basically what it was is I wanted her to look over the ingredients. I wanted her to let me know if this was legit enough for me to invest my time and effort in. I really didn't want to spend money on something that wasn't going to work. So sat down with her. We went over every single ingredient, and she said there was absolutely nothing in there that would harm me or hurt me in any way. If I had friends that were using it and seeing success, then absolutely give it a shot, and the rest is history. I then called my friend back and signed up to become an ambassador because I like discounts. I wanted the cheapest price possible. And my husband also wanted to use the products. So I knew that what we would be purchasing would be enough to get the discount and to make a little bit of commission. She told me if you'll just start sharing on Facebook, as soon as you get your products, you'll get some interested people. And my products arrived Friday. and I had not even opened the box. And I told my husband, I'm like, well, when they get here, I'm supposed to start posting on Facebook. And, he said, well, post on Facebook. And I'm thinking, it's Friday afternoon at like 4:00. Like, really, this is not the best time to start something, because we do it all on Sunday or Monday, right? So he nudged me a little bit more, and I said, well, maybe if I make a post by the time he leaves on Monday morning and the kids go off to school, I'll have a couple people I can get back to that maybe are interested. So I made a post, and I had no testimony. Remember, I had not even tried these products for 7 days, like most of you hopefully have. So I didn't even know what I was getting into, but I just shared my hope, what I had seen happen for my friends, what I hoped was going to happen for me with these products. And I was at my computer that night until 1 a.m. because I had so many people that were interested and wanted to know more. And it was just continual back and forth emails and messages. But when Plexus found me, I was at that point in my life where I really wanted something a little more and didn't realize that I wanted anything else. I was a stay-at-home mom. My husband's in the military, and that was all I ever wanted to be, was there for my children. And it's really hard when my husband has the job that he has. Our phone could ring and they could say, we need you in Afghanistan tomorrow afternoon, and you'll be gone for 6 months. Luckily, that doesn't happen regularly, but there's a chance that it could. And you have to know that this schedule, he lives and dies by the flight schedule, which is made day to day. So there are many days that, we don't know what his next day is going to entail until later on in that day before. So we don't do a lot of plan ahead. So it be very difficult for me to have a job or a career that was flexible. That was flexible when he does go on his 8-month deployments. He just returned from one of those in January, and I was able to still work my business, still be a stay-at-home mom, and not have to have my children suffer in any way for me, having to leave them at a certain time because I had set hours somewhere, or having to, work late one night or whatever it is. I was completely setting my own schedule and as flexible as I needed to be. And that's a great thing. When I started this, it wasn't, my husband makes really good money. Well, I say really good, but for the military, it's really good. I do think they're very underpaid, but, for working 24/7, 365. But, we really didn't need to have an income, but it was going to be nice because we have 3 children in very expensive sports. My oldest is in competitive cheer. And if you know anything about that, it is absolutely expensive, horribly expensive. And then my other 2 play sports as well. We just really wanted something that if I could cover my kids' sports, it would just take a little bit of strain off, and maybe we could go out to eat some, or maybe we could take those vacations that we weren't willing to put on the credit cards. And my first paycheck was way more than I thought it was going to be. And I thought, wow, look at how I am getting appreciated here. Because I'm going to tell you, my family is wonderful. They have never made me feel anything less than I am. And they have always been appreciative for all I have ever done for them. But when I'm at home doing the laundry and the dishes and the lunches and everybody's off, and, the kids come home with the school awards or making good grades or best citizen, and my husband comes home from the day and says, oh, look, I got a medal for this, or I got a ribbon for this. I'm kind of thinking to myself, why is nobody assigning me anything special for having the dishes done every day, or for making sure everybody's laundry is clean when they need a certain shirt or a certain uniform. And once I found Plexus and realized that I could devote just a few hours a day, if even that, and get a bonus for doing my work, or get rewarded for the little things, get sent to Maui for working hard. It was really something that I was longing for and didn't realize it at the time. To take a chance like this was very out of the norm for me. Like I said, I'm an introvert. I am not one to step out of my comfort zone too much. I have learned to do that a lot more in these past 2 years, and I'm very grateful for the personal growth I've received. But guys, I'm telling you, if I can do this and be successful, then each and every one of you can, if it's something that you choose to do. And like Melissa said, you can't just sign up and kick back and not do anything. It does require a little bit of work, but it's not anything crazy, and it's not anything that you can't work around your family schedule, and you can't, work the hours that you're willing to work. I have people on my team who work full-time jobs. Some of them work 2 jobs and have children and are still able to be successful in this business. And you know what? They're rising up the ranks, and pretty soon they won't be working 2 jobs. Some of them have quit their second job. Some of them have completely retired from their full-time jobs, and are now able to be stay-at-home moms or stay-at-home dads or whatever they choose to do. So, just take a chance on this opportunity and take a chance on learning just a little bit more. I am beyond thankful that Plexus found me at that point when I was vulnerable, when I was the heaviest I had ever been, and I was kind of unhappy with where I was in my life, and I really needed an identity and didn't realize it. So, if it wouldn't have hit me at that right spot, I don't know if I would be doing this, and I would be missing out on so much. So just keep an open mind and, get with the person that invited you to the 7-day challenge and invited you to this opportunity meeting, and learn a little bit more and see if this could really be a great fit for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And here's me. Here's my before and after, my before and during picture. Whenever this before picture, I had kind of hit rock bottom, honestly, financially and with my health. I was just, have you ever gotten to that place where you just feel like there has to be something more out there for you? Like you're just tired of the daily grind and just tired of feeling the way you feel. And that's where I was at this point, at this stage of my life in this before picture. And I had seen the person post about Plexus and again, thought she was a little nuts, but I thought, why not? You've tried everything else. Why not try one more thing, just one more thing? And so whenever I found out about Plexus and the person that told me about it told me the price, I was like, you know what, I can't afford this, because unfortunately I was going through a major court battle with my ex-husband. I was actually in the process of telling my oldest daughter, who was away at college, that she was going to have to come home because the money was done. We were finished. I was in debt, didn't have the money to pay her next semester tuition. And so my friend was like, well, Melissa, if you'll just get 3 or 4 people to try the product with you, you'll get your money. You'll make enough money in commission to cover your products. And I thought, okay, I know 4 friends that'll do this. So I called 4 of my friends, and guys, I'm being so serious. This is exactly what I said to them. I was like, hey, I'm about to try this new diet thing, and it's probably not going to work, but it has a 60-day money back guarantee. So if you will buy it, then I will get my money back, and then we'll get your money back. So it'll be okay. So 3 of my friends said yes. The one said no. However, all 4 of them are now a part of my business. So it all worked out. So I started the products and started sharing it with other people, and just off of those 3 friends, that next month I got a check for almost what I paid for the welcome kit. Now I gotta tell you, I was still very skeptical, so I called Plexus and I was like, hey, I just got this check in the mail, can you tell me if this is legal? Should I cash it? And they were like, they kind of thought I was crazy. And they were like, yeah, it's a real check, and this is why you got paid that amount of money. And I'm like, all right, let's go to the bank real quick before it became not real, because I still didn't trust it. However, at this point, I was feeling really good, and my friends were feeling really good too, so we weren't trying to get our money back. And then I just started sleeping better. My eczema cleared up. I've struggled with all kinds of irritable bowel syndrome since I was 12 years old, just always feeling bad and just run down. And I noticed that I wasn't feeling that way anymore. And then my clothes were getting loose. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. And so the next month, my commission check covered my mortgage. And at that point, I knew that this was an opportunity for my family where we didn't have to struggle anymore. I also knew that this could be the way that my daughter could stay at the university that she was at. And so at that point, I decided to go all in and start sharing the products. And I'm telling you, I couldn't keep up with it. I was sharing and people were just constantly, what are you doing? Tell me about it. How do I get it? And that's kind of where my business took off. And that was I started in March of 2014, and May of this year, I was actually able to leave my full-time job and be a stay-at-home mom. Now I have to say, my children one's a senior in high school and the other one's in college, so they don't really appreciate me being a stay-at-home mom. They don't want me coming for school lunch. But I wish I would have had this opportunity when they were younger. But it is really cool that now I can just decide on a Tuesday that I want to go out of town and visit my daughter who's away at college, or if I want to take the day off and take my daughter shopping when she's out of school for the day or whatever. I just have that freedom. And we're actually able to take what we thought could only be a dream for our family, and now it's reality. Instead of just dreaming about those nice vacations and wishing that we could do certain things, we're actually able to do those things. And it's been a huge change for us. And, for my kids, I have 2 girls, and for them to see that, they can stand on their own 2 feet and they can do something and be independent and be financially secure. It's been pretty incredible. I have to say my daughter in college, she's on my Plexus team now. She's almost a gold ambassador. So pretty cool that she's able to make enough money to pay her rent and car payment. Makes me happy. So that's kind of my story. You can see I've lost 20 some pounds. I don't even know at this point. At this point, I don't even care. I feel good. I sleep good. My clothes fit. I don't have to wear Spanx anymore. So it's really cool. So that's kind of my story. And, you guys have been participating in this 7-day challenge for a reason. You were looking for some kind of change, and I'm not sure what that change was for you. And I don't know where you're at this part in your life, but I would ask you, what if Plexus could change everything? We're so quick to say, what if it doesn't work for me? Or what if I'm not good at this? What if it does work for you? Like, what if it changes everything like it has for those of us that you heard from on the call tonight? You came to this and you had some kind of desire to change something, and you can leave all this whole 7-day challenge and this call and do nothing. And that is entirely up to you. If you don't want to make that next step, then we respect that decision. But just understand that when you don't take some sort of action, nothing changes. You leave all this the same way you entered it. You still feel however you felt, and nothing changes. The second thing you could do after listening to this call is become a customer. Use the products for 30 days, 60 days, maybe even longer, and see what they can do for you. Just keep in mind, they have a 60-day money-back guarantee, and we have free shipping. So why not? Why not see what could happen over the course of that time? And then the last thing I would encourage you to do is really think about the opportunity that we shared. What if you join this team, join this company, you were able to get your products at the wholesale cost, share it with a few of your friends, because we all know people that need either a health or financial change. And what if you did that and it turned into an income that would help you do the things that you want to do? Maybe you want to give back to a charity. Maybe you want to be able to spend more time with your family. I don't know what your wishes are, but what if this could be the vehicle that changes everything for you? So I'd ask you to think about that, and, definitely get back with the person that invited you and thank them for thinking of you, because I'm telling you that when we sit down and think about doing these things, certain people pop in our minds, people that we think that would be a great candidate for this, and why. So whoever invited you definitely cares about you and wanted you to be a part of this. So thank them for inviting you here. And I just want to thank you all for being a part of it as well. It's been a lot of fun. Haley, do you want to stop the share so we can do the, okay.
Yeah, I was actually going to do it on the names, but we can do it this way too.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
All right. I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to ask Letha. Letha, will you give me a number between 1 and 57, please?
27.
Oh, yay. That's going to make it easy for me. All right. Let's see.
We're going to do a winner for a prize. Yay.
All right. Judy Jacobs. I wonder if, Judy, are you an ambassador or a customer? Let me see. I'm going to have to unmute you. And I can't see you either.
Let me see if I can. I got her. I've got her. Have you got her, Haley?
Nope.
Oh. Okay, I've got her. All right, Judy, are you an ambassador or a customer?
Customer.
Oh, good. You won. Yay.
So if you will, message Haley your address, and she's going to send you, what is she going to get, Haley?
A bottle of X Factor.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yay.
Awesome. I will get in touch with you, or try to message me if you can, and we'll figure out your address, and I'll get your stuff to you. Which ambassador invited you?
Cindy Messenberg.
Okay.
Oh,
Great.
yay.
Thank you.
You're going to love that
Thanks
vitamin.
for being here.
Thanks.
Yay.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Thanks for participating in the 7-day challenge. And I look forward to seeing all of you on our team really, really soon. So get on this.
Yeah. Thank you guys for coming and for bearing with us through this hour. And, we really, really are passionate about what we do, and we love to share about our products and our business opportunity. And, we weren't always that way. We were in your shoes at one time. So just, like I said, be open-minded, get back with the person that invited you to this, learn a little more, spend some time seeing, at least you've had 7 days to see how you feel on these products. I started sharing before that, and I tell you what, in 7 days, I really could tell a difference. So thanks again for being here, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.